Alrighty, Minnesota Vikings fans. So how are we doing? Uh, Mamma mia! It's been a while since we've had a season like this, but I mean, it is Minnesota Vikings football, so whew. Yeah. I mean, like I say, this game right here marks the 1/3 mark of the season, and it already feels like a full freaking season. So yeah, let's go ahead and kind of get into this here because, well, the Minnesota Vikings travel to Soldier Field to take on the 1-4 Chicago Bears. And the Bears are coming off of a Thursday night win against the Commanders a week from yesterday, as I'm recording this, which is filmed on a Friday. So they've had a little bit of time to rest. They've been kind of going through some of their stuff too. We've had more than our fair share of things going on and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, like I say, the Vikings are 1-4 after 5 games. This game marks the basically the first third of the season right here. I mean, like I say, I could only harp so many times because it's literally the same things that have been, well, hampering us this entire season. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. And now on top of that, the injury bug is starting to bite us. And none bigger than Justin Jefferson, who has been put on short-term IR, so he's out for at least the next 4 weeks. So, what does that mean? Jordan Addison has to step up. Alexander Mattison might be used more in the passing game. TJ Hawkinson, come on, buddy. It's time to start earning that contract of yours here. I mean, it's not like he's been horrible, but I mean, if you're, turn the tight end market on its head type of money, we expect a little bit more from you. I mean, the offensive line has been decent. I mean, I will say, though, it has gotten a little bit better over the last couple of weeks. But Kirk Cousins is still throwing lights out, throwing money and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, like I say, there's only so much you can do because for whatever reason, the Vikings over the last few years just cannot get all 3 phases of the game together here. And this year, more often than not, it seems like the turnovers have been killing us. The defense has looked decent for the most part. I mean, it's definitely looked a lot better than last year. At the very least, we're actually taking more chances. Brian Flores, I like the future that this defense is going. There's a lot of young pieces. There's still some veterans who know the ropes and stuff like that, but I mean, this season has just been, literally, this season has felt like 2 seasons, and we're only a third of the way through this season. So, I mean, it's just, oof. But yeah, like I say, I mean, the Bears, too, though, have also been, they've had their fair share of issues. I mean, with their defensive coordinator suddenly resigning, rumors of Eberflus and Poles potentially being canned, Justin Fields not developing the way they thought he would. To be fair, though, I don't necessarily know if that's Justin Fields or if that's Chicago. I mean, Chicago's been I don't know. Like, Chicago's one of those organizations that has always had decent pieces, but for whatever reason just can never put it together. I mean, let's put it this way. Justin Jefferson has more receiving yards in his first, 4 seasons or so, than the entire Chicago Bears receiver history. The Chicago Bears have yet to have a 4,000-yard passer. And the Bears have been around since basically the early days of the NFL. So, I mean, granted, to be fair, though, Chicago has always been known more for defense, defense, defense. And their defense is solid. I mean, they do have some holes and stuff like that, too, just like the Vikings. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, this game is going to be 2 hungry teams at 1-4 looking to get it done. Because, well, I mean, like I say, this essentially is the season at this point for both teams. And especially with all the injuries that are now starting to pile up with the Vikings and stuff like that, I mean, we're starting to get towards a potential lost season, which honestly, it is what it is. I just wish the Vikings would actually be a normal freaking team, but that's beside the point because the Vikings, for whatever reason, always do this. Like, they always get your hopes up and then, well, yeah. But then again, I've only said that about probably 500 times at this point in my YouTube Vikings career, so, why can't you be normal, Vikes? But anyway. Yeah, I mean, like I say, basically kind of wrapping this rant slash vent slash preview session up here. 2 1-4 teams at the 1/3 mark of the season, looking to potentially save their season or start making plans for the future. And like I say, I don't know if the Vikings will necessarily look to start shopping players out. I don't know if they're just going to roll with this for the rest of the season. I don't know what's going to happen because, believe it or not, there's still 2/3 of a season to go. The Vikings, if they could just ever get... If they could put 2 weeks together here of just solid football and get 2 victories in a row, get some momentum, then we could be talking something completely different here because the rest of the NFC North, outside of Detroit, is looking... well, let's just say the Packers lost to the Raiders and did not look good, but they're going into the bye week, so that could be interesting. And again, the Chicago Bears are, well, probably in a little bit worse of a situation than the Vikings are, if I'm being honest with you. And like I say, with just stuff that I've mentioned before and issues, that arise from that and all that stuff, but... I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. There's not really much I can do, but injuries, stuff like that. And again, too, like just wrapping this up, a lot of these fumbles, too, it just seems like the Vikings are just cursed to fumble the ball, to turn the ball over. I mean, even on simple routine plays where they're just going down for a normal tackle, the ball is secure in their arms, and a defender just, pop, and it's out, turnover, X team's ball. Because it's happened all the time. Or that 99-yard pick six. But yeah, I mean, like I say, though, we'll just kind of wait and see what's going to happen. I mean, at this point, just... there's still 2/3 of the season to go. The Vikings could very easily still kick it in gear and potentially make a push. But without Justin Jefferson for at least 4 weeks, and who knows, maybe even longer. Kirk Cousins, his future in jeopardy. Who knows? But yeah. It's been a season and a half already, Vikes, and it's only been 5 weeks, so... yes, hello darkness, my old friend. I've seen more of these seasons than I'd like to admit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good day.